In this video, we're going to be looking at the two-stroke performance oversized power valve cover for throttle body injection 250 and 300 two-stroke bikes. Full disclosure, this power valve cover was supplied to me by Two-Stroke Performance free of charge for review purposes. The Two-Stroke Performance oversized power valve cover is designed to boost low through mid power and torque, and is ideal for trail riding and also hard enduro. Here you can see what you get in the kit. You get the cover, which is significantly larger volume than the stock cover. When I take the stock one off, I'll compare it directly so you can see the difference. You also get a longer bolts for the upper right screw mount and a new gasket. Two-Stroke Performance have done their own dyno testing. You can see the stock power valve cover results in green and the oversized power valve cover in red. And they did it at partial throttle opening, so 15, 20, 25 and 30% throttle. And you can see a power increase for the oversized power valve cover between about 3,000 and 5,000 RPM before the power valve opens. It'll be interesting to see whether the ride feels similar to the dyno testing. At the end of this video, I will include my ride impressions of using the oversized power valve cover. I'm going to be installing the TSP power valve cover on my 2024 KTM 300 EXC TBI. Here you can see the stock power valve cover. Access is kind of limited because of the pipe and also the radiator. So I'm going to remove the pipe so I can access the bottom screw, and also remove the radiator screws so I can push it forwards and access the top right screw. Okay, so I've removed the pipe and I've also removed the radiator bolts and radiator guard, so I can now push it forwards gently and access the top right bolt. So I'm going to remove the stock cover now. Okay, so the way this works is that at low RPM, the power valve is closed and the exhaust is actually connected to this chamber behind the power valve cover via this passageway. And the way two-stroke works is that following combustion, a shockwave travels down the pipe and then you get a reflection and it pushes the fresh charge back into the cylinder. And at low RPM, because this chamber is open to the cylinder, this forms a damping system for that shockwave coming back. And depending on the volume of the chamber, you can adjust the amount that the shockwave pushes the charge back into the cylinder or not. The stock cover has a limited volume. The TSP cover has a larger volume and damps that shockwave better. And I know TSP have made several prototypes and selected the volume for the best performance at low RPM. And here you can see the stock power valve cover next to the TSP oversized cover. I'd say the volume difference is probably about 3x. And you can see some oil on the stock cover. That's expected as it is open to exhaust gases when the power valve is closed at low RPM. Okay, so I'm getting ready to install the new cover and I've cleaned off all oil and dirt off the sealing surfaces. I also wiped down excess oil from the parts inside. And the new cover, I've applied a little bit of grease underneath the gasket to help keep the gasket in place while I'm assembling it. And certainly before you tighten everything up, you want to make sure the gasket is in the correct position. And these screws are M5 and require low torque. So the specification is 6 Newton meters, so it's pretty low. I'm going to use a torque wrench. If you don't have a torque wrench that goes that low, be very careful on your tightening. And be sure to put the longer bolts in the top right hole. And that's the cover installed, pretty easy. Okay, so I've reinstalled the pipe and radiator bolts. That's the install complete. The next video footage you'll be seeing is me riding the bike tomorrow with my ride impressions. I will note that I'm using the TSP Power Kit, which includes a medium comp head and the TSP Map. I'm using the default baseline map setting, and it's the latest version. Today is the first ride with the TSP Oversized power valve cover. It's feeling really good right now. I'll get into some more technical terrain and really test the lugging ability. Yeah, certainly no problem lugging. Feels really good. It's almost like cheating. You can just come off the pipe and just chug the rest of the way up. It's like a tractor. The bottom end power really comes into its own in technical areas like this, where you've got to ride slowly. There's no way you can zip up fast, and you can just lug it up very steep sections with low traction. Works really well. Yeah, it makes sections like that much easier. Really good. You don't have to rev the engine up, slip the clutch. You can, as I say, just lug it. Maintains good, really good traction. Overall feeling is the power and torque feels super linear, super smooth. There's just power from the bottom to the top. It's just really easy to use. There's no big hit anywhere. It just blends and increases as you open the throttle, which also makes it easy to maintain traction when you want to. But yeah, it's such a big difference from the stock bike.